Good evening. Tonight, it is the 10th of November 2019, 9 p.m. on the dot. We're going to be going through the Forex analysis for this week. There is a lot of news going on, especially with still going on with the Brexit stuff going on. Let's first have a look at what's going on in the Forex factory. Let me just bring up, here we go. Just get rid of these. Nice and easy. All right. These are the major news. So GBP on Monday, New Zealand on Tuesday, Wednesday is AUD and NZD. So try to stay away from starting up any trades during Wednesday. On Thursday, USD, AUD, and GBP, and Friday, USD and CAD, and Saturday is USD. So it's important to just keep an eye out before you enter any trades during these days. If you have trades that are already currently running in these days, just tighten up your stop losses just so you can protect them as well. Okay, now going ahead, let's have a look at what happened last week and any trades that we entered. Okay, so for AUD CAD, this is the daily AUD CAD. Let's remove Ichimoku. Don't really need this. I just use it just to gauge the strength of the trends. But in AUD CAD, I was actually waiting for it to come back to this area to do a bounce. Okay, so hello.
Yo.
Hey, how are you?
Good.
Good. I was just talking to myself, which is fine. I was gonna do this anyway. I hear Sean was at your place and fixing up computers and things.
Yeah. Not nice.
All right, I'll keep this nice and short. I just realized we're having problems with internet here because there's NBN installations that's been happening. So that's what's been going on. So if I drop out, I'll try to get back in as soon as possible. Looks like the dropouts only last about 2 minutes anyway. Okay. So just the first, what I was just going through was the news that's happening this week. Forex Factory will basically shows what's going on with those, but just so I can show you if my internet starts to work. Forex Factory.
The trade war?
Yeah, but yeah, that's just happening in the background. There's nothing I can do about that. But the thing is, this is what the big banks look at before.
It's saying why China is it? Or?
Yeah, it is. So they look at this, and usually before a news comes out, it just goes flat, and then after news happens, it busts out. So just if there's any news happening for your pairs, just what I forget to mention is just tighten your stops, or if you're about to enter, don't enter, or just wait until the news has happened already. Okay, so back to this. AUD CAD, nothing really happened. It just ranged. I was waiting for it to come back to this range, to this level from last week, but nothing really happened. So what it's still valid. I'm still waiting for this to go down here somewhere to shoot up, or it might even. Sorry, crap. It might even go back to somewhere down here. So I'm looking at this area and that area. Recording. Now, AUD Swiss franc. I did enter a trade here last week because we were talking about this line. The 4 hour, it was initially here. I don't know if you saw this. Oh crap, where is it? It was here. This is where I enter. Crap.
That's a
I,
pretty small.
I entered on the 4th. Here it is. Here it is. This is where I entered on the
Oh,
4th.
okay. Yeah.
Okay. So I had a stop loss here. I've moved it up to here now.
Yeah.
I'm waiting for it to hit back to the top level here. The reason for that is there's a major resistance up there.
Yeah.
So it's a free trade now. Okay. Now, AUD Swiss franc, there's still an entry potential here. It has been bouncing on this trend line, so even here, you can put another entry over here if you want to. Yeah, you know what I mean.
Yeah.
At about 11 o'clock on Monday, you can put another one here. I'll probably add to my positions here as well. All right, AUD Swiss franc. I'll just leave that here just so I remember it. Somewhere here. Yep. All the way to up here. So it keeps biting, and I don't see it. I don't see it stopping because it's already busted past this. So that's it. It's on its way back up, at least to that level. Okay, AUD JPY. I'm also in a trade here. I entered in the 4-hour here. See that?
Oh, okay. Yeah.
It's a good one. So I entered there. The reason why I entered was because I saw a trend line that occurred there. And also, but the thing that actually sparked me first was the fractal bounce here. So there was a fractal bounce in this region, and that formed right in the region. So that's the entry. It's retraced back down, but it's not threatening me at the moment, so it's okay. I'll move my stop loss a bit further up. Just stop me if you entered a trade in any of these. Just stop me. AUD NZD. There wasn't really anything I was looking for. I was looking for this formed. So I was waiting for it to bust out and come back in, but it's still in that region, so there's nothing really set. It's also showing weakness and moving up because it's staying around this area. That closed right on top of that level. If you look back, it's a pretty strong level as well. So I don't know if it's gonna, if it does come down, I'll then look for a bust out, or it's a 50-50. It could even go back down. So I'm not even touching this. And AUD NZD on Wednesday is going to be crazy. So I'm not going to touch that this week. AUD USD. I was looking at this to return back to this, but it went right through it. So no trade. At the moment, I have nothing for it. The next level I'll be looking at is for it to return back to this level around here, which is also a fractal level. So it could either, when it comes back down here, I'll be looking for either ups, or it could even just be a full-on move, or it could be a retracement and then bust down here. But there's going to be at least a short-term bounce here that I'll be looking at. That's the only game player that I have for it. So I'll keep an eye on that. I don't think it will happen this week. It'll probably happen next week sometime. CAD Swiss franc, nothing. We're in between fractals. So we're in between this level and this level. I won't do anything until it reaches one of these levels. Short-term level anyway.
Gotcha.
CAD JPY. I missed this because this was last week. We were talking about this last week, just this happened. When was this? Yeah, this was when we were talking about it. This was Saturday, and I didn't see any entries here. It's just messy. There's no real good entries. So nothing there. I have nothing here at the moment. Next level I'll be looking at is up here.
Yep.
That was CAD JPY. There's nothing for me to look at. I'll just put alerts up here and down there. Swiss franc JPY. This is forming a, where is it? Let's have a look. No, not really. Not really. What I'll be doing here is if it moves back up to here, I'll be trading it down. At least to here, I'll take some profits when it gets down to this level. If it stops right here, I'll be trading it up. And hopefully I'll capture all this. But I have no idea. You could range trade this, but I'll see if there's anything else that's better. For now, I'll keep an eye on that. Euro AUD, nothing here. I was waiting for this to come back up to here, but it never did it. Euro CAD, in between fractals again, up there, down here, nothing really. So once it hits one of those, I'll do a counter trend trade. Euro Swiss franc. This is something I'm looking at. Why am I looking at this? All right. I was looking for this to bounce off this range, but it's so spiky. It's just confusing. At the moment, I have an entry here. On Monday, I'll move it down here. But if it keeps going down, it could yield us a better entry down here. It is on an uptrend. So it's broken that fractal, and it's not coming back to this fractal, so it's in an uptrend right now. Something like that, maybe. So somewhere, yeah.
What entries are you moving it? Are you moving it as at the table, or are you moving it at the 4 hour? Or
Well, on the 4 hour, okay, this is what I do. The moment it gets into a level, I look at a 4 hour and look for entries. Okay, so the moment it got into here, I really should have an entry right there. With a stop loss, because it's a big range, my stop loss will still be down here. So if I'm actually in now, which was on the 7th, I would actually be in the trade now. And I'd actually be in a bit of a profit. And I won't zero things out, but I'd be in profit. Currently, there's a valid trade that is here. You could do that, but on a daily, it looks like that. I'd rather wait to see what happens tomorrow. If it doesn't break that at 12 o'clock or 11 o'clock thereabouts, it might go down to here. You might want to make one of these, make another one like that. You might make a whatever like that. If it's on this line, ideal. That'll be ideal, because all the support traders will be looking at it, and all the fractal bounce Elliott wave traders will be looking at it as well. So that's where your probability comes in. At the moment, it's all the Elliott traders who are doing entries here, and your 1 hour guys are doing this trade. They're looking at this channel. Okay, so those are the short-term guys, but I don't really care about those guys. I'm waiting for the big guys to come in, get in around this region, which is a correlation of that and this. This is going to be hot zone right there. So we'll see. I've been keeping an eye on this all week, and nothing's happened because it just hasn't gone down to that level. It's also a euro. but I think something's going to happen around here. Euro Swiss franc, so Euro GBP, nothing really. It's just everyone's just waiting. Everybody is just waiting. You could box this in if you want to, because it's such a small space. The moment it busts and close out of this, where this is it, busts and close out of this, you're safe to go that direction, I think. I'll keep an eye on that actually. Euro GBP. Euro JPY, I've been waiting for this to come back for weeks. 2 weeks I've been waiting for this. Once it comes back, it's going to crack open. So I'm waiting for that still. I've got a I've actually got an alert for that, so I don't have to mark it.
Okay.
Euro New Zealand, this is going to be a crazy one this week, but it's ranging. It's just ranging. It's not breaking past this. It's going to be something like that. Won't trade it this week. Euro USD, I was waiting for a bounce. It didn't happen. Just went right through. That's why these ranges are these fractal areas are great. If it busts through, it's not going to work. You don't lose anything. So now, since it's broken this fractal, what does that tell me? I'm looking for the other direction now. So I am looking for returns to this area.
Yep.
Let's make that nice and easy too. I tend to color things in. If I'm looking for a short, I color it red.
Yep.
So if I go into a 4 hour, I don't get confused. I'll wait for this to come back to this area. The moment there's something like that, whatever, that's it. That's my entry. Simple. Nothing crazy. It works. So keep an eye on that. GBP AUD, still waiting. Nothing. GBP CAD, in between fractals, nothing really. I'm waiting for it to come back to this. Ideally. Nothing. GBP Swiss franc. Nothing. You could trade it. I know people are trading this in the 1 hour. You could trade it in the 1 hour. It looks like a daily. No one's doing anything. There's no volume. GBP JPY, no volume. Anything GBP really. Oh, actually, I had an entry here on Monday.
Yep.
So what happened on Monday? I was waiting for it to come back to this level. It finally did. What happened? It got in, and there was a signal right there. Right there. So I entered about 5 pips above.
Yep.
Because it was Monday. So I'm currently in profit. I haven't zeroed this out yet. I should zero it out. I'll zero it out on tomorrow to that. So I'm in profit now, which is, what is this profit? Oh shit. Oh, whatever. Don't know how to use this. That's the profit. I have no idea what I'm on.
You should be
116.
Oh yeah.
116 pips.
Nice.
So I'll zero that out. So there's no risk. It's also GBP NZD. That's going to be scary next week. Whatever. If I just save my profits a bit, maybe I'll move it up to the next fractal zone. Probably here. So I'll move my stop loss down here, up here, because of this fractal zone in the 4 hour. I'll move it below that. But if it comes back here, I might even add some more positions. Don't know. I'll keep an eye on that, but I'm on profit there. GBP USD, it busted through what I was looking down, so now it's turned into a short. I'm gonna let this ride a bit, and I'll wait for 2 candles. I'm learning to clarify what I actually do. I'll wait for 2 candles after it leaves an area and then let it return.
So on the daily or on the?
On the daily. I do it on the daily. Only because, okay, you could do it on the 4-hour as well. Because what you want to see is really clear shapes,
Yeah.
right? And something that looks like this, if you can see that this is a red, then it goes back to green. So technically it did do that, right? You could do that, but a lot of people who are trading doesn't see that. They look for big sweeping moves. There are people that look at this as in a line chart, believe it or not. A lot of people trade with line charts. So it just looks like that. So even if it did come back, you won't be able to see big patterns. Hakanashi as well. You know, trading Hakanashi, it's actually quite nice. You go into a level, you wait for the color to change, and then you enter. It's great. But it's like driving manual. It's always a bit behind. It's like driving automatic. It's always a bit laggy.
Yeah.
Anyway, GBPUSD, nothing at the moment. I'll wait for it to form something. NZD CAD, this is not valid anymore. It's broken through. I was looking for an entry here. I actually had an entry here. Yeah, it was just an entry based, daily based entry. That's not valid anymore. I've got nothing. The only other thing that I'm looking at is a potential one of these. So I'll be looking at anything around here, somewhere here. But yeah, it's changing direction. NZD Swiss franc. Nothing as well, just zigzaggy. It broke through my zone. I've got nothing. NZD JPY. I missed this. Here he is. I missed it. Well, it didn't work out anyway. I'd still be in the trade, but I missed it. That would have been a good one. NZD USD. It broke right through. No trade. Got nothing. Well, if you want to know where the next level is, it's going to be a lot of news for NZD. I'm hoping on Monday and Tuesday it would do something like this. And then on Wednesday, if New Zealand has good news, which it should, it will come back up here. About Thursday, it will do something like that. Entry here. I don't think it will go back up past this. I'll keep an eye on that. That's marked. USD CAD, nothing, but we're forming a shape here now, which is, see that?
Oh, yeah.
So I'm going to wait for a few more.
Yep.
Like that. Wait for it to return here. That's marked. So I'll wait for that. USD Swiss franc. I'm on this. I've hit targets. I'm going to check my account. Okay, so this was a major support. When I say major for the last 3 months. That's daily. In the 4-hour, it formed that right in the zone.
Wow.
This form, see, the moment it gets into the zone,
yeah.
So it went out. Okay, I actually looked at this initially. I missed it because that was, I don't know, I was busy. That was the 1st of November. That was us talking about it. That was Saturday.
No. Yeah, I was in it. I got, yeah.
Okay, I remember that now. I
Yeah.
didn't see this on Monday, so I missed that. But
Yeah.
formed a better entry. Either case, if I entered this on that day, if I entered it
Yeah.
there, my stop loss would still be down here anyway. I'd still be in the trade. It doesn't really make a difference.
I
It
moved
what
my, yeah. So I exit out with like,
when it
how
did
much was
that,
it? Yeah.
when it did this thing.
Yeah. So I cut my losses. So, I'm sorry, I made I made $10 on it.
All right.
Yeah. Yeah, because I saw it dive, and yeah, so I went out. I just closed my position on that one.
Yeah, it will have a hard time busting through this area,
Yeah.
this
Yeah.
area. So I saw this, took the entry. I've hit targets. I don't know how many dips that was. I'll check it, but that would have been 105. There you go.
Nice.
Okay. Let's see if there's any other opportunities. There is an opportunity here. It's having a hard time breaking this fractal. So I'd be looking on Monday. Oh, there is. It got stopped right there. No
Yeah.
momentum. I'll wait for the first few couple of hours and see if I can trade this short. I'll just put an entry, something like this. This is valid. This is a shooting star,
Yeah.
like that. Entry stop loss somewhere up here. Just depends on what daily says. Nah, well, yeah, it'll be based on the 4-hour candle. It'll be like that, and write it all the way down to somewhere here, because there it looks like there's also a pattern here, so it could
Yeah.
be around there somewhere. Don't know. See? Okay. USD China. I didn't enter this. This was the end of the week,
Yeah.
but we were talking about this. There was a 3 inside up formation, but I still don't trust it. Okay, 3 inside up is another signal that I use if it's bunched together like this. So 3 inside up pattern is you get a mother candle,
Yeah.
and then it ranges inside. The moment it busts out of that, entries
Yeah.
here. The only thing is you have to be on the screen at the time, and I don't like entries like that, only because I don't have the time. At the moment, nothing, but I suspect that it's going to be counter trend trading at least to this level.
Yeah.
Maybe. Don't know. Nothing clear. I won't do anything. It's not been my favorite. USD Japanese yen. I'm in this trade right now. Why did I enter? It's a more complicated entry. I used a Fibonacci retracement entry, 50% retracement. How that works is you do a Fibonacci retracement from the last bottom
Yeah.
to the highest thing. And if it retraces and if it hits the 786, 618 or the 786 or the 50%, look for entry signals there. I did have an entry signal at the 4-hour, I believe, yeah, which was this thing.
Yeah.
So my entry was this. And I'm currently in this trade. I'm going to zero it out on Monday. What am I on? It's 118.
Nice.
It's USD as well, so it's pretty good. The reason why my profit is here, why is that? I thought about this. Oh, yeah, because it's pretty good support and resistance. Yep.
Question here for you.
Yeah.
How would you like? How do you determine So you said that you did the. You said that this was the bottom. But like, how do you know if that's the bottom? Because like, how do you? I guess like to me, like this could be the bottom as well, right?
What else?
When you did your retracement, your
All right.
Fibonacci.
Okay. I'll show you. All right. Okay. Good. Great question. Remove all drawings. I'll show you exactly why. And I haven't even checked that yet. Let's do that. Let's say this. All right. So I'm here. I'm checking out this thing. Right.
Yeah.
So this is what I don't know what's happening here yet. I'm looking at this.
Yeah.
I'm looking for bounces at the 50, which is here. Also, the 618. Sorry, the 50 is here.
Yeah.
618 and 786.
Yeah.
The 0382 don't really. So it never touched the 50. So that was never the entry. What? So if it busts through my zones, like the thing is, I'm always doing these. I think I was in this trade like a month ago. Okay, so I'm looking for bounces here, and I did get that bounce. So that's the first thing.
Yeah.
All right, I remember this now. The USD JPY trade. It doesn't really make a difference, man. It's whatever the current structure is. So with this, the current structure right now, if you ignore everything here, what are people looking at right now? Is that Fib retracement of this. So I didn't have any zones here. So I was looking at this.
Yeah.
Nothing really happened. It busted right through, but we're also on a 50. Perfect.
Yeah.
That's that takes a bit of experience to do that. But I don't complicate things. I just try to, what are people looking at right now?
Yeah. Gotcha.
And the only other thing that I look at really far back is major levels like that. One here, down here as well. That's a good level. I'll be looking at that in the future. This thing screwed me up. This thing, because of this, I didn't trade anything here. So I have no idea what this thing's going to do. Okay, I know I've got something in oil as well. I had a trade in oil. I didn't have any trades in silver or gold because it's just sideways.
Would have been a nice short way for gold.
This would have been a nice short, but how do you know, right? Yeah, there's no. I'm not a gambler. I just look at pure patterns. If I blame anybody, it's the patterns and the rules that I had. With oil, all right. So you know how we were talking about this zigzag.
Yeah.
It came back to the zig. He came back to it.
Yeah.
What's this? 31st of October. All right. So we talked about this, but then I didn't have an entry until, when was it?
The first?
I did have an entry here. When was this? When did we talk about this? The 1st of November. When was the 1st of November? 1st of November was a Friday.
It'll be the week before.
Oh, the week before. Okay. All right, no, it was last week. Okay. So then it triggered. What was this? Triggered on the 1st. It triggered on the Friday. Oh, I didn't even see it. Okay, because we were talking about this, and I just looked at my account, and I have this running right now. And I don't usually trade oil. I only do oil in options trading, which is a lot more complicated. Yeah, just letting it ride. See how it goes. Oil does this weird thing where it widens as demand gets crazy. It does it a lot. It does this thing, that, and then there's a thing that it's doing, and then suddenly it widens. Does it a lot. Anyway, besides that, that's about it. What? Any questions?
No. I had a quiet one. I had one trade in this week.
All right, the $10 one.
Yeah. So yeah, I
There's
think I
gonna
only need.
be
Yeah.
there's gonna be quite a bit of action this week. New Zealand and GBP will be crazy after Wednesday.
Okay.
Before that, we have some potential openings tomorrow. We've spoken about it.
Yeah.
Keep an eye on it. Let me know. Happy
Will
to.
do.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. Catch you
All right.
soon.
Well, okay.
All right, then. Take care. Okay.
Bye.
Bye.